What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, you guessed it, we're back on Junkyard Dog. So today's goal is going to be to get this kind of cleaned up. Get rid of a lot of the things that I know I'm not going to use, such as all this old air conditioning, the heater hoses, all this jazz, windshield wiper motor. Get rid of all this stuff I'm not going to need. Try to get this pressure washed and cleaned. What we've decided for this engine bay is what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go with, you know, like a shab chic or like a ghetto fabulous type look. So we're just going to pressure wash and clean this all up real nice. Maybe do a clear over everything. And then we're going to take the nice shiny engine wherever I've got it at. Oh, I still got to pull it out of Homer yet. My bad. So we got to pull that engine out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up the set of old valve covers that was on that engine. Shine them up, clean them up real nice, put a nice patina on them, and then clear coat that as well. And kind of go with that same theme throughout the whole engine. So it's going to be real nice, but it's going to have older parts on it, but the older parts are going to be clean, if that makes sense. That way it kind of sticks with the whole theme of the car. Because we are running out of time. I know March 31st seems like it's a, you know, it's a good ways away, but when you're doing this, it's not. It's like, for me, it's crunch time, because with my work and then doing other things to try to help other people get their cars going, and then working for the channel, and then editing and so on and so forth, and then trying to build at the same time, believe me, that clock just tick, 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 ticks away on you. So I'm going to get to going. I'm going to set you up. We're going to go ahead and get rid of all this jazz, get it out of here, and we'll kind of go from there. So hang tight, sit back, let's get after it. All right, guys, we got everything cleaned up in here. I mean, for what cleaned up can be. But we got rid of all the heating lines, the AC lines, all that jazz. Got rid of the windshield wiper motor, all the electronics that we did not need. Mounted the new starter relay and all that up on the firewall. So the goal now is to take this outside and pressure wash and clean all this to the best that it's going to be. We're going to spray it down with purple power, let it soak a little bit, get this good and clean, get all of, I mean, I ain't kidding you, all this crap out of here. And then we'll start putting this old girl back together. Not sure what I want to do. I'll let you guys leave it in the comments below. What do you think we ought to do? I have the old chrome valve covers off the original engine. I could probably clean these up, have some of the chrome showing, some of the patina. Reuse these on the engine, or would you rather me clean up these blue ones, clean them up a little bit, put some more patina on them, clear them, and leave these on this engine like they are? So blue or chrome, leave it in the comments. Tell me what you think would look better. And then we'll start taking off here what we need, putting it on this engine, and get to going on this old girl. Get this thing done. Cannot wait. All right, well, let me get this thing all jazzed up. We'll get it outside, get it pressure washed and cleaned. I'll be right back with you in a minute. All right, we got him pushed outside here. I'm using purple power mixed with a little bit of simple green, like a 10-to-1 mix. And I've already got like the first coat sprayed down on here to kind of break everything up a little bit, and then we'll spray it so everything looks, and then if we got to, we'll put a second coat on there and have at it with it. So let me get this pressure washer started, and you know how those are to start in the winter time. It is about 25 degrees outside, and like an idiot I'm pressure washing, so almost guaranteed I'm gonna be sick, but hey, sacrifices are sacrifices, right? So let's get after it. All right, guys, we got everything pressure washed and clean. Well, as clean as we're gonna get it anyway. So I'm gonna get the dryers on this, let it dry out real good. I got some wires I gotta fix, like this alternator starter wire. Just the mices have been eating at it. So we're gonna replace this, clean up the rest of this other wiring, and then we're gonna start putting this old girl back together. All right, guys, we got everything done within the engine bay as far as cleaning goes the way I want it. So now we're gonna go ahead and change out our torque converter. And for John Spurlock II, who guessed the torque converter accurately on our platform free shirt giveaway the other day that we just done for random, I'm gonna go ahead and open this in front of you all to show you that it was truly a torque converter. And there it is. That's our new TCI 2600, 2800 style torque converter for Junkyard Dog / Homer / whatever we decide to name the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this opened up, check it out, and then we're gonna remove this torque converter out of the 727 and swap them out. Come on out there.
Do the wiggly jiggly?
Huh?
Do the wiggly
Yeah,
jiggly?
do the jiggle wiggle. Do the jiggle wiggle. Yep, there you go. I'm telling you, the jiggle wiggle works, people. Look at that. Oh, good night. There she is, boys and girls. So we're gonna go ahead and get them swapped out. And we're gonna start getting ready to put this thing back in here. Oh, by the way, it's like 2 days later because I had to let the car dry out. And if I don't know if you can see out the windows over there, it's like midnight-ish, dark 30 out. So it just shows like the dedication of me and my wife, especially my wife being out here with me in the middle of the night, changing out a torque converter, rather than sitting out on the couch. So let's get after it. Hey guys, it's gonna be a fat man trying to get over a core support to get in here and get the torque support, or the torque converter out. So if I fall, you know, y'all just laugh in silence or something. I won't be able to hear it anyway. I'm gonna try to get this torque converter out without making a huge mess. I'm probably gonna need something to set on. You know what fits on it. I don't know if my old cheeks will fit between here, but we're gonna try. This is probably gonna make a heck of a mess. No, actually not. All right. Here's the old torque converter. So we're gonna prime the other one with a quarter ATF and then do the dreaded push, twist, push, twist, push, twist. And yeah, try to keep that family friendly, if you know what I mean. We had a little bit of accident from the old torque converter, but anyway, I'm trying to get this one primed with as much transmission fluid as I can. Because what you don't want to do is when you first start this up, you don't want to try to run this dry and take a chance on tearing this up with the transmission. So you just put in a little bit each time, kind of do the old, which is getting to be the patent pending jiggle wiggle here on the channel. But you just put some in there and you just kind of jiggle wiggle, jiggle wiggle. Try to get as much of it down in there and you'll see air bubbles. See it bubbling? Air coming out as that fluid's working its way down in the converter. Patience is key here. Just take your time. Get as much fluid as you can down in here. Try to get at least a quart, maybe a little bit more, because you are going to spill something putting it in, I promise you. But just take your time. You can hear it gurgling there. Well, I'll shut up and let it gurgle. There it went. There it went again. So take your time. Get you a little bit in there. Jiggle wiggle, jiggle wiggle. All right, I'm gonna let this soak in here for a second. Then I'm gonna heave my rear end back up inside that engine compartment and we're gonna try to get this put in. All right, the fun part. Getting this thing in here, not getting crap all over my floor, which isn't gonna happen. Oh, good night. You've heard me say it before, but I really gotta have the snack cakes. Okay. Now the fun part. Getting my butt down here, see if I can get her. One. Come on. I just ain't got no room. Will you hand me the, like one of those fancy lights we just bought? They are somewhere. Ha! There it is.
Which one?
Maybe the magnetic one probably the best. These things here, guys, are handier in the shirt pocket if you don't have one. And I say a lot of things are handier in the shirt pocket, but
Blind you.
they will blind you, but they stick to anything. Yeah. An even surface, how would you say that? See if I can try over here maybe. All right. Man, I just ain't got no room to put my hoofs here. I don't want to tear up this pump. Come on, baby, get on there. I don't want to start over, really. All right, there's one, should be one. All right, guys, I got her in there. Sorry, I had to shut the camera off for a minute. Because you know how I try to keep this family friendly. But anyway, so we are an inch, I don't know, an inch and 5/16 up inside the transmission casing itself. 3 clicks, you know, your first initial oomph, turn oomph, and then finally it suited itself all the way back. So our new torque converter is all the way in, back against the pump. I'll get you down in here real quick. So just to show you, we are an inch and just a little over 1.25 inches set back in there. So that should be good, so we're not ripping the splines off. All right, so the next step I'm gonna do is go over there, get Homer's engine ripped out, bring it over here, get the flex plate, line it up on the torque converter, and what I normally do is, I'll show you, I just shoot it with paint to kind of show you back where it's gonna go, because those flex plates generally only go on one way. And then we'll get ready to set that motor in here, make the transmission and engine back together, and go from there. All right, so what we're gonna do for real is we're going to take that lifting plate back off that engine, put it back on Homer's engine, take the cherry picker over there, get that engine pulled out, bring it over here, test the flex plate, get it all marked, put the flex plate back on the new engine, get it all torqued down to spec, which I think is 50 pounds, or how do they say that? Tighten them all down to 50 pounds, I guess for the lack of a better word. And then we're gonna set it in there, see if we can get the transmission and the engine mated. What do you think? Chrome valve covers or blue valve covers? Either way, we'll clean them up and do the whole ghetto fabulous look. Oh my God. Do not want to drop none of these down in there. We're not so bad about this one, but especially that engine over there. Probably just leave those rags stuff down in there. This engine at this point has frequent flyer miles on it. It's done 10 miles around the shop. Ooh.
What's the brakes?
$300 rotors.
No, last time you had to move that rug.
I think last time I had to jack the car up to get this underneath the car. Can you move that wooden block?
Yeah.
Please clean the car, please clean the car. All right. I'm gonna pull it to the center.
Yeah, but wherever we pull it from, we gotta watch the oil pan because the oil pan's sitting right up to the frame here. See it?
Yeah, I think we'll pull from the center, and if we need to readjust on the car, we can always readjust.
Because if you come here and look, you can see where the oil pan's sitting against the frame right here.
We're just sitting against the cradle
Just
now.
about, yeah, just about. See it?
Yep. All right, I'm gonna have to get Big Daddy impact and a wrench. I think that's 13/16.
Come here, Penny. Can you say hi? Say hi. Penny. There you go, good girl.
Oh, wrenches.
Yeah, good girl.
There it is. Okay, so that's gonna wanna go down. It's good enough to get her out. All right, now this side's gonna be a little more difficult because we put them in opposite each other. But I think, I cannot remember. Now this one's gonna push against the head. I do not want to jack up my heads. Whoa. I don't know if it's BFH here working on it. There it goes. Now it should clear. Alright, we're free. Okay, now I'm just gonna need your help if you could watch that brake booster until we clear it. Might have to push it away from it. Yeah, just don't get your hands anywhere near.
You're gonna be like at your max.
And was our max getting it in there?
No, it wasn't because we laid the car on the ground.
You're right, we did. If I got to, I'll cut that cross member right at the core support. I don't care.
I think you're clear. Just try pulling it out a little bit. See what it does.
Not clear, not by a mile.
Hold on.
I'm gonna take it a little bit more. Just stay away from it. Okay, coming out. Tell me when I can go down.
Okay, you can go down. Just don't let it rock and roll because it's close to that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna let it.
Stop it.
Gonna be a little closer to the ground. I'd rather tear up an oil pan than I would the rest of the engine. Okay, now we'll roll her over there. We will take the, well, it's back here. We'll take the flex plate off. All right, I already had the flex plate set up for this, but I want to make sure and verify this is going to fit that torque converter. Get it all painted, and then we will reset the torque cutter back, get these all torqued to spec. What are you doing, brown dog? What are you doing, brown dog? Get these all torqued down to spec, and then we'll set the engine in there, mate these two together, and be done with it. Give myself a little bit of room to work here. All right, guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop in there, match up this flex plate with that torque converter to which way it goes on there exactly. I'll use the bolts to get it in place, and then I'm gonna paint one section of that torque converter. That way, when I'm under the car and I go to match them up, we'll know exactly where it's at before. Till I get up in there.
Oh!
What?
That's a heave. Oh!
Okay. This is gonna be a royal pita. I know, I just didn't get that in the first try. All right, guys, just like that. So now that bolt in that corner of that plate is painted. So now when we're done and I go to put this back on, I know exactly where that plate and that bolt is supposed to go. And as she rolls the engine over, I can tighten these bolts back up, and that's gonna sit exactly where it is now. So now I'm gonna take the plate back off the converter, take it back over here, set it on the engine, bolt it in where it's supposed to go, get it all torqued down to spec, and then we're gonna mate these two back together. Hang tight a second. Whew, I am getting fat, boys, and old. This is gonna go right here. Okay. And for something like this, guys, down here in these areas on the heads and all the important parts, we went with all ARP hardware, which I would recommend. You don't have to do it. It's just a personal preference for me. A little more costly, but in my opinion, it's better off down the road for everybody. All right, guys, we've got the, just kind of like a refresher, we've got the torque converter in, we've got it painted and marked. We've got our flex plate painted and mounted to the engine itself. All of the bolts are tighted down to 50 foot-pounds as requested by the manufacturer. So next, we're gonna jack this old girl up, get her pulled up over in here and set her down, try to get the transmission, the engine, flex plate, torque converter all lined up, bolt all of them together, and then we're gonna start doing our magic here. What am I hitting? Anything?
No, not yet. It was bouncing.
Woo. All right, guys, as you can see out the window, it is the next morning. We went up there and took about a 4-hour sleep. We're right back down here. Gonna try to get this motor placed in here today and pray that everything lines right back up. But you all know how that goes. So let's get after it and find out. I'm clear. Keep going, keep going.
Whoa. Okay, stop.
Okay, inching down. All right, guys, we got the engine in, we got it mated up with the transmission. So next is to start on the fun stuff. So I have a Champion radiator and a transcore coming from Champion. So that should be here sometime next week. We'll get that installed. And we got to start getting all this put together. I'm working with DUI to get DUI ignition, the same as we have with Linda, to put on here, DUI coil, DUI live wires, all that good stuff. All new mechanics up here. I mean, we just got a lot to do next weekend, or in the weekend after next, until we get ready to go to the Freedom Factory. So, but anyway, the hard part's done. We got the engine pulled from Homer, got to put in Junkyard Dog, got the transmission mated up, which was a nightmare. But anyhow, I appreciate you guys watching this episode. For all you new subscribers that have checked in to watch the videos, be part of the channel, all that good stuff, make sure to go to Facebook, join our group over there, follow our Facebook page, obviously YouTube and Instagram. Remember, if you want any free stickers, shoot me over an email at bustedradiogarage@gmail.com. If you're interested in joining the license plate challenge, 50 plates from 50 states to go around the wall. We've opened that up for subscribers. Once your plates are up here on this black strip, we will put either your name, if you want to dedicate the plate to somebody, or put your YouTube channel. It'll all be under your plate. If you want any free shirts, free merch, free plates, any free goodies, make sure to stop in for our lives and watch that. We give away something every time we have a live. Sometimes we give stuff just out of random away during the week, so make sure to follow our other platforms. We've sent out probably 30 shirts this week, along with stickers and other good stuff. And if you want any free merch, all you got to do is show up to the events, come see us, come see Linda, come see Homer, come see anybody. All right, guys, we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.